Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a dreary and wet Bailey Reserve to start the Rugby Union SA Grand Final day for seniors. Today we have Brighton versus Old Collegians, top of the table clash, fought hard all year. Forecast at the minute is, well, I can tell you that it's raining. It's overcast and it feels like it's about 5 degrees, but hopefully there's some cloud going to clear and we're going to end up with some sun throughout the day. We are a couple of minutes away from kickoff for the third grade, followed by the women's grade final between Burnside and Southern Suburbs, followed by reserve grade between Brighton and Barossa Rams, and at 3:30 the main game, Premier grade between Brighton and Burnside. So as you can hear probably in the background, applause for Old Collegians who've come out to the field. Looked like everyone managed to get through their warm-ups unscathed, and the men look raring to go. So up on the screen we've got the player lists. And Brighton are coming out. And our officiators today, we've got Brett Hart as a referee, and we've got Alistair Walton and David Brown as the assistant referees. So as we're looking at it from the western side, from the grandstand side, we've got Brighton playing left to right. And it looks like it's going to be an Old Collegians kickoff. So moments away from starting. Oh, we're having some discussion. It's now Brighton kicking off to Old Collegians. So to get game underway, we've got Jack Taylor, who's number 10 for Brighton. Old Collegians receiving to the right-hand side of the screen. Brett Hart, the referee, just checking Old Coles to see they're ready, and the whistle's going. We're underway here at Bailey Reserve. Deep kick-off to the 22, cleanly taken. Up into contact, first tackle made. Or bounce pass, fine and cleaned up. Good meters made over the gain line. Exit ball from Rob Smedley, straight to the player. Tyson Diamond went backwards. Takes it back centre field into contact. Good clear out by Brighton. Clean ball available for Aidan Brosnahan. Out to Chad Bowker. Attracts a couple of players. Good clean out again by Brighton. Oh, turnover by Old Coles. Taking it 5 metres short of the 10 metre line. Out to Rob Smedley. Taken by Sam Davison. Johnny Bates over the top. Cleaned out. Up to the big man. And the ball's come forward. Cleaned up by Paddy Donoghue. And spilt again. The ball must be a bit slippery out there. And we've got a penalty. Kick through. So first penalty of the game to Old Collegians. So exit taking the ball over the halfway line, halfway between 10 metre and halfway. Old Collegians throw-in. Looks like we're going for 5 in the line out for Old Coles. Brighton looking to set to contest for the first line out. So Tom Deacon into 2. Sam Davison got a hand to it. And a knock on Brighton. Old Coles scrum, 15 in. So first scrum, Sam Demant, Liam Hamilton, Johnny Bates, up against Connor Ryan, Tom Deacon and Mark Johnson for Old Coles. On the 15-metre line, looks like there's a bit of grass underfoot, so we'll see how we go. And Aidan Brosnahan feeding the Brighton scrum. Solid scrum by both. Acid going on by Old Coles. Ball still sitting at the back for Brosnahan. Gets it out finally. Taylor wrapped up just 9 metres short of the halfway. Brosnahan to Hamilton to Bates, who was well controlled. Up to Sam Demant, making metres. Ball available again. Out to Jack Taylor, who slips during the kick and sends it down towards the 22. James Hopkins looking for a quick throw, but decides against after Brighton players managed to scramble back in defence. So Tom Deacon to throw into the line out, just outside the 22. Oh, ball was spilled around and bobbling in there, and I think it was a knock on by Brighton. Oh no, knock on by Old Coles. Brighton ball. Good attacking opportunity here for Brighton. So scrum set right on the 22. Brighton ball. Brighton backs are stacking up on the 12 channel. Jack Taylor at 10, out to Chad Bowker. Got Dylan Vayner and Marco Majera behind him. And Tyson Diamond on the far wing. Paddy O'Donoghue on the blind side. Pick and go from Jeremy Dover, takes it into the 22. Ball's available for Brosnahan. One-off runner, Johnny Bates, makes good metres. Quick recycle, out to Sam Demant. Spins through the first tackle. Brosnahan out to Taylor. Up to Chad Bowker, who's going sideways, and a good tackle. Clean out by Brighton, ball available again. Up to Judd Barrett. Makes good metres into the 22. Up to the captain, Noel Murtagh, who makes good yards again. Ball out to Hamilton, to Bates. Round the back door to Jack Taylor. Steps through the first tackle. Up to the second tackle. Well tackled. Quick ball between the legs. Out to Majera. Back inside to Paddy O'Donoghue, who's going to score the first try. So 6 minutes in, sun comes out and Brighton scores the first try, 5-0. So scrambled passage of play there from Brighton. 6s and 7s for defence for Old Coles, but they scrambled, but unfortunately quick hands through the legs. Ball back in to the 5 for awaiting Donoghue, who scurries in and takes it 10 metres to the right of the posts. Jack Taylor will be lining up for the conversion. Conversion successful. Jack Taylor, 7-0. Brighton over Old Collegians. So Rob Smedley looking to kick off to the far side of the field. Sends it deep to Judd Barrett, takes the ball cleanly. Breaks through the first tackle and looks like it was a hand on the ball, knocking it into touch. And we'll play line out college ball. 12 metres into Brighton territory. Full line out this time for Old Collegians. Oh, ball taken at the back. Making metres now is Old Coles. Wide ball out to Smedley. Up to Rahui. Good clean out, quick ball available for the halfback. Smedley sending it wide. Dylan Vayner making a tackle with Sam Davison. Quick ball again. Hands beat the man. Tackle on the halfway, on the 22. Good line speed by Brighton. Nice quick ball for Old Coles. Tackled on the 22. Johnny Bates and Noel Murtagh making them piss themselves at the breakdown. College still pushing wide. College using the forwards to run it up. Now Smedley takes it to the line, drops the ball. Bates clears up and puts a kick down towards the halfway line. There's a scrap over the ball. Two players. And Brighton penalised. So Old Collegians exit up towards the 22. Just inside the 22, attacking ball for Old Collegians. Collegians slow to the line out. Looks like another full line out for them. Brighton should contest this again. Yeah, up at 2. Clean ball for Old Collegians though. And not straight the call. Referee Brett Hart just asking whether another line out or a scrum. Brighton captain Noel Murtagh, he says we'll have the scrum, thank you sir. So on the 15 and the 22, Brighton can exit from this play. So first two scrums from Old Collegians been very strong, putting Brighton under a lot of pressure. Better scrum by Brighton. Clearance by Taylor. Takes it up over the 22, over the halfway towards the 10-metre line. Old Collegians shape to go quickly again. So we're halfway between 10-metre and halfway. Brighton attacking. Old Collegians throw to the line out. So we shorten line again. Tom Deakin to throw. Throws to 2. Messy off the top. Untidy ball out to Smedley who cleans up. College held up. Finally to ground. Ball available. Low dropping pass out to Smedley who offloads in the tackle. chip through to Marco, who sends it high. Ball let bounce. So Old Coles resetting. Good defence by Brighton, not making the gain line, Old Coles. Slow ball. Out to number 7, James Lott, who just had a little look as he tried to take the ball into contact, losing the ball forward. So we'll have Brighton scrum centre field. About 38 metres out from the try line. So it seems Brighton seems to have worked out that College are going to put plenty of acid on every scrum. So scrum set, ball in, and another solid scrum. Dover or floated pass out to Brosnahan, up to Marco. Set again on the 10-metre line. Pod set up, going wide to Liam Hamilton. Takes it over the 10, still attacking. Second pod, out to Judd Barrett. Out the back to Jack Taylor. Gets well met by Lapworth. Slow ball. Sam Davison reaching. Good clear out though. Good pick up. Switched back to the left. Taylor looking, changing back. Met by Smedley. Brighton's going backwards. Quick ball called by Taylor. High tackle called from the crowd. Slow ball for Brighton. Referee unsided. Dover off to Murtagh, making slow meters. Quick ball out the blind side. Liam Hamilton met by half. Denley close to the Sam Demant, taking ball into contact, met by 2 Old Collegians players. Ball out the back to Vayner. Old Coles calling for a shepherding or a crossing. Didn't impede anybody. So ball slow, going back out to the right. I think we're on about 9 phases now for Brighton. Oh, Brosnahan looking to go himself. No way through there. Liam Hamilton into halfback, out to Vayner. Off to Marco, takes it into the 22. Ball left behind. Up to Johnny Bates. Buries his head, makes another good couple of metres. But well contained. Up to Sam Demant. Oh, messy ball cleaned up by Vayner. Out the back to Paddy O'Donoghue, who tidies up and ball turned over, but illegally by Old Collegians. So no clear release called by referee Brett Hart. So Brighton attacking penalty on the 22, about 10 metres in. And Jack Taylor looking to punch the ball into the corner for a Brighton line-out. Flag up. Brighton attacking line-out 10 metres short. And Brighton has opted for a full line. And Old Collegians look like they're not going to contest. And it's a driving maul from Brighton. Ball at the back finally to Liam Hamilton. Judd Barrett leading the charge. Still going forward. Spinning out to the left. Ball out to the backs. Taylor out to Chad Bowker. Fends off the first. Takes the ball into contact. Pops off the ground. Tyson Diamond, lovely ball from Paddy O'Donoghue. Takes it 10 metres short, far side of the field. And it looks like halfback Aidan Brosnahan was taken out by a college player. Johnny Bates, head down as always, making metres. Slow ball this time. Looks like pick and go for Brighton. But well defended by Old Coles. Brighton losing metres. Taylor out to Marco, up to O'Donoghue, inside outside. Tied up by Lapworth, and ball's messy ball. The ball spilt everywhere. Brighton claiming a try, but we're coming back for the penalty. Sam Davison, tap and go. Met by a wall of red and blue. So back to the 5 metre mark, where the original penalty was taken from. Bates going open. Davison, one-off runner. Brighton still 5 metres short, probing. Taylor wide to Vayner. Vayner up to Tyson Diamond, who will take it round under the post for Brighton's second try. So good facet of play there from Brighton. Consistent pressure, spreading the ball both sides. Forwards and backs combining well for a nice try under the sticks for Tyson Diamond. Fantastic ball in the tackle from Dylan Vayner. Score 12-0, Brighton over Old Collegians. So Jack Taylor taking his time lining up. So into the 20th minute. Taylor slots it over from in front. 14-0, Brighton over Old Collegians.
Old Collegians 0.
So Old Cole's very slow back to halfway. So first substitution for Old Collegians. Connor Ryan off the field, unsure who's replaced him. So kick off down into the 22, Brighton exiting. Brosnahan into the 22. Ball cleared up over halfway. And a 50-22. James Hopkinson appealing to the referee for a 50-22. Finally been given. It's a lovely kick. Ball hit and skidded. So College line out. 5 metres in. Oh, it's Sam Davison up, spoiling the ball but knocking it through. Slow ball for College. Looks like pick and go from forwards just to get an extra couple of metres. One off runner there. So big shout out to those over in WA who got up early. Nick Day, good to see you on board, mate. So College rumbling forwards, making slow metres but good metres. One off runners. Ball finally free for the backs. Oh, Smedley shows and goes. And try by Vas Lapworth. It was a fantastic slips catch to take that of a nice little short ball from Smedley. He had a double take in mid-air and dots it down. So Old Coles making their first inroads to the scoreboard. 14-5 Brighton over Old Coles. So James Hopkinson lining up. Metre short of the 22. And about 15 metres to the left of the upright. And just pushes it to the left of the upright. So the score 5 to Old Collegians, 14 Brighton. Into the 24th minute. Brighton jogging back to halfway.
The score remains Old Collegians 5, Brighton 14.
So we've got a good crowd in for the first game of the day. Stand's looking quite full. The far side of the field's quite bare at this stage, but that'll be to the weather, I'd say. Taylor kicking off into the 22, taken cleanly by James Lotz. A good run, finally met by Sam Demant and Noel Murtagh. Quick ball for Smedley. Sends it wide to the try scorer, Vas Lapworth. Takes it up, over halfway, just brushing off tackles. Will go all the way. A great covering tackle by Marco. And a loose pass going forward. So great phase of play there for Old Collegians from that kickoff, taking it 10 metres short of the try line. And Brighton's probably going to have to learn quickly not to go high on Vas Lapworth. Great cover tackle there by Marco Mangiera. Comes across. And another substitution. We've got 16 coming on onto the field for Old Collegians. And looks like James Denley's walked off to the side with a bit of a limp there. So Brighton scrum. Inching forward. Clean ball out to Bowker. Crashes up. Makes a good 5 metres. Into the tackler Smedley. Clean ball back to Taylor, who exits, but not finding touch. Down to Cameron Peck, who centre fields it. Sends a wild ball forward. Cleaned up by Johnny Pretorius, but referee Hart takes it back to centre field. So Brighton scrum, centre field, just short of the 10 metre line, still defending Old Collegian, who are applying plenty of pressure into the 26th minute. Slow start for them, which is quite unusual. So the scrums have been good. We haven't had a reset yet. Probably the commentator's curse there. And we'll have our first reset. And both sides an early engage. Referee Hart just coming around to have a conversation on the loose head side for Brighton. Johnny Bates looking a bit bemused. So clean set this time. Ball in. Ball in and out. Oh, slow ball by Brosnahan. Taylor put under immense pressure. Slow ball again. Back out to the left-hand side. Barrett stepping through the first tackle. Ball stripped in the tackle, but going backwards. Brosnahan up to Liam Cooper. Offloads to Dover into the tackle. Taking up to the 10-metre line. Good clean out by Brighton. Back out to the left-hand side. Through the hands. Up to Johnny Bates. Takes it 2 metres short of halfway. Slow exit there from Justin Elder, but not called. And Dover spilling the ball forward. And we'll have an Old Collegians scrum 8 metres into Brighton territory. We just had a double blow from the whistle. And we've come back for a penalty for a dangerous tackle. I think the signal there from the referee. Seems to be some confusion, and Old Collegians have called for the scrum. So good attacking opportunity here from Old Collegians. Scrum 15 metres in, about 5 metres into Brighton territory. The entire back line for Old Collegians is out open on the open side, so out to the left from the scrum. So it could be pick and go blindside. But a nice scrum from College. Ball finally out, coming open. Smedley out the back to Gervais Lapworth. Well met by Vayner on the 10-metre line. Ball bobbling around up to the 22 by Pretorius. Slow ball. Peck met and a double tackle from Chad Bowker and Noel Murtagh. Smedley showing both ways, passing in the tackle. Old Collegians now 15 metres shy, back out to Smedley, sends it wide. For a try in the far corner for Old Collegians. So, try there to Fraser Mewson, number 21, in the far corner. Obviously making it difficult for a wide out angle. Kicking into the breeze. So the score, as we currently sit, is 14 Brighton, Old Coles 10. Conversion to come. So the rain seems to have held off since the start of play. So James Hopkinson lining up again. Short run up, punches through, sends it, and just away. So 14-10, Brighton over Old Collegians into the last 5 minutes of this first half here at Bailey Reserve. So Jack Taylor up to halfway to get us restarted for the last passage of play for this first half. Sends it nice and deep, bounce out of the hands into the arms of Justin Elder, who makes great metres, taking out just short of the halfway. Ball out to Smedley again. up to Ed Earl, muscling up metres to the halfway. Ball available quickly. Back through the legs for Smedley. Seemed to have knocked it on, cleaned up by Dylan Vayner. Brighton attacking out to the left. Quick hands. Bates takes it into the tackle. Ball available, sitting at the back. Up to Johnny Bates, out to Chad Bowker, who steps out of the first tackle into another Old Collegians player. Up to Judd Barrett. Got monstered in the tackle. Clean ball. Brosnahan thought about going himself. Sends it out to number 2 for Old Collegians. Thomas Deacon appeared to be playing that on the ground, but allowed to get away with it. And the chase is coming through from Old Collegians. Bobbles the ball, picks it up and scores it under the black dot. James Hopkinson, good chase. Waited for the appropriate bounce, took his time and scores under the dot. Old Coles 15, Brighton 14. 34th minute, first half. So, try scorer Hopkinson looking to convert his own try. Good on you, Chris Killick. Enjoy the flight, mate. And conversion made. 17-14. Old Coles over Brighton to the last minute. So Brighton slow back to halfway this time. Into the final seconds of this first half. Taylor a restart play. Nice and short. Paddy Donahue lining up the biggest bloke on the field. And stripped by Judd Barrett. Clean ball available. Brosnahan taking an eternity. Sends a wobbly ball out to Liam Hamilton. Ball bounces in front. And that will be half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Half-time here at Bailey Reserve. Old Collegians 17, Brighton 14. So a big first half for both sides. Lots of toing and froing. Brighton were the first 20 minutes were all over it in possession and points, and then the gears changed for Old Collegians coming back late in that second half with some good tries, some good individual efforts. Brighton will be searching deep, and there'll be some hard words ahead at half time. Welcome back to the second half here at Bailey Reserve. Brighton versus Old Collegians in the third grade final. Old Coles coming back late in that second half of the first half to come from 14-0 down to be 17-14. We're just waiting for the timers and the officials to get ready to kick us off for the second half. Shout out to all those watching online. Congratulations to Ethan Yulee on getting married yesterday to the amazing Cass. Thanks for watching. Hello, Roger Lassen. Hope you're enjoying it, mate. Thanks for the comments. And a shout out to Vera Bowker for her birthday today, and Chad in his 100th game for Brighton. So underway here in the second half. Noel Murtagh cleaning up, taking it up to the 22. Turned over in the tackle though. College now on the front foot attacking. So slow ball for Old Collegians. Looks like pick and go. Slowly, number 16 reaching in for that. Quick ball now for Old Collegians, out to Smedley, sends it wide to James Hopkinson, well tackled by Marco. Quick ball again, Chad Bowker knocking it on and being held up in the tackle. Advantage for Old Collegians, and we're going to have the first scrum of the second half. So 12 metres in from touch. A good blindside attacking opportunity here for Old Collegians if they want it. And about 15 metres short, 20 metres out from the try line. Sorry about the feedback. Testing speakers for the pleasantries after the game. So Brighton defending, Old Collegians attacking. So the ball's still bobbling around and they're finally dug out. Ball up to Smedley on a hard unders line for Vayas Lapworth. Tackled well. Quick ball again out to Smedley, looking for the inside pass. Still standing in the tackle. Finally to ground. His body's diving everywhere. Brighton hard on defence on the line. Inside ball. And first try of the second half. First try to Fraser Mewison, who took a nice inside ball off Smedley to score it just to the left of the uprights. So 22-14, Old Collegians over Brighton. Conversion to come. Doesn't appear any substitutions were made at half-time for either side. So James Hopkinson lining up on the 22, 20 metres in from touch. Breeze behind him in the second half. Flags go up. 24-14, a 10-point margin for Old Collegians over Brighton. So Jack Taylor to restart for Brighton. Sends it halfway 22. Let bounce by Old Coles. And taking it down towards the 22 for an Old Coles line out. So clean take off the top. Untidy ball out to the centres. Jeremy Dover tackling. Out to Javais Lapworth, sliding into the tackle. Long place. Slow ball. Back to the other side to Smedley for a little chip over the top. Brosnahan back to clean up. To Marco, who sends it and hoped that it wasn't going out on the full, but bounces just into touch. 5 metres short of the 22. College line out. Oscar again, ball in hand, looking to throw in. 5-man line out for College.
Get that ball, Brighton!
Oh, no lift in the line out, but taken cleanly. Clean ball out to Smedley, picks it up at the bootlaces, out to recycled again. Smedley chips through again. Marco cleaned up. Slow ball, but available there for Brighton. Picked up by Dylan Vayner. Picks and goes off the back. Bounces into the first tackle. Didn't look like there was too many arms from 22 there. And a double peep on the whistle from referee Brett Hart. So we have a penalty, 2 penalties in fact for Brighton. Looks like we're taking it over to the far side. So about 10 metres in on the halfway, Taylor into touch for a Brighton line out. We've got a substitution for Old Collegians. We've got young Rudy Timoteo coming on for in number 4. And he replaced Thomas Deacon. So ball into Brighton, flat ball to Liam Cooper, takes it over the 10 metre line. Quick ball out to Barrett, who's well held in the tackle. Finally gets to ground. Brosnahan sends an untidy ball out to Davison, who clears up, met the double tackle. And we've got a not releasing call. So Brighton slowly marching their way up the field with penalties. Taylor kicking into the wind now, takes it into the 22. With Brighton lining up on the 22. And we've got number 19 coming on. Simon Cross. untidy ball off the top of the line out. Davidson gets one hand to it. But cleaned up by Old Coles, who marched it forward 10 metres. But we'll come back for the knock-on of the line out. Old Collegians ball. So scrum 15 metres in and on the 22. So scrum set. Solid scrum by Old Coles. Ball sent out. Taken over the gain line before taking the ground. A little chip over the top from the halfback. Sending it down to the 10-metre line into Brighton territory. Marco out to Paddy O'Donoghue. Puts on a goose step. Goes nowhere. Then decides to head to the open side. Sends the ball out to Judd Barrett, who was well taken. Ball on all tackle. Slow for Brosnahan. Up to Sam Davison. Steps through the first tackle. Up into halfway. Brighton over the ball again. Quick ball. Out to Taylor. Up to Vayner. Vayner takes it to the line. Sends it wide to Tyson Diamond in a bit of space. Up to the 22. Ball bounced loose in the tackle. And called, adjudicated to go forward. So good passage of play there from Brighton, taking it up to the Old Coles 22 before a slight knock on. Scrum down, College ball 5 metres in, into the 22 and on the 5 metre line. So just a bit of a hold up here while waiting for a ball to be thrown on the field. Looks like number 25 is getting set to come on the field. Juan Luira. Hopefully I said that right. So scrum set. College ball. Good second shunt by Brighton, keeping College honest. Smedley, little chip over the top, out into the 22. Lapworth running onto it, picks it up cleanly. Steps through 2 tackles. Dover and O'Donoghue giving chase, but Vias Lapworth too quick under the black dot. (29-14), Old Coles over Brighton. In the 13th minute of the second half here at Bailey Reserve. Brighton bench is looking to stand up. So we've got Josh Redmond in 23, Dan Heggie in number 19, and Marcus Keenan, not sure what number he's wearing, but I'm going to say it's number 20. So James Hopkinson lining up directly out in front. One step, chips it over. 31-14, Old Coles over Brighton. So Josh Redmond on for Aidan Brosnahan. Jeremy Dover's being replaced by Marcus Keenan. And Judd Barrett's being replaced by Dan Heggie. So 3 sets of fresh legs on for Brighton. Referee just making sure all players have left the field. So Brighton with some work to do here in the second half. Taylor sending it to the 22 with a wobbly old kick. Nicely cleaned up by Old Coles, taking halfway 22 and 10 metre line. Clean ball available. Pass back to the 22 to Smedley, who sends it cleaned up by Marco. Round to Johnny Bates, who's going to look to link up. Nope, tucks the ball under the arm and takes it 5 metres short of halfway. Josh Redmond, wide ball out to Dylan Vayner. Steps inside, gets stripped in the tackle by 21. Vayas drops ball and all players stop waiting for the whistle. So we've got a double knock on. Old Collegians ball, and we've got a sub. We've got Juan Aguirre. Sorry, mate, if I got it wrong, but welcome to the field. And he is replacing... unsure who's being replaced at this stage. And we've got more subs lining up for Brighton. We've got Tommy Adets, number 17, Michael Cropley in 16, and Connor Fletcher in 18. So that's a full front row replacement. So number 16, Danny Podgurlek. Sorry, mate. Apologies again. Gets a pat on the back from Coach Pete Cross. So Brighton, fresh front row on. Fresh one member in the second row, and fresh number 8, and a fresh halfback. Looks like Javas Lapworth's come over onto the blindside wing. Ball looks to be coming this side. 8 pick, off to 9. Whistle's gone. Early disconnect, I think we're calling that. Free kick to Brighton. Short arm penalty. Jack Taylor just asking what we look to do. Tap and go. Up to Tom Annetts. Tom Annetts bounces into the first tackle. Takes it into the halfway 5 metres. Josh Redmond up to Liam Cooper. Slips through the first tackle. Takes it to the 10 metre line. Slow ball up to Marcus Keenan. Bounces into the first tackle. Gets met. Quick ball available. Wide to Taylor. Chad Bowker on the cutback. First tackle met. Finally slowed and taken to the ground by 3 Old Coles players. Josh Redmond digging deep. Up to Cooper, who drops it cold. So we'll have a scrum. Old Collegians ball 9 metres short of the halfway, 20 metres in from the sideline. So 2 more subs, 1 for Brighton, 1 for College. Got 22 for Brighton, Reece Butler, and 20 who's James Durwis for Old Collegians, looking to make their way onto the field after this next, or to be on the next breakdown. Michael Cropley set incredibly high on that scrum. Lucky not to be penalised for that, but clean ball out the back. Smedley with a wide probing kick, looking for a 50-22, but the ball is cut back in. Cleaned up by Manjera into O'Donoghue. Shows and goes through the first tackle, looking to link up. Sends it wide to Bowker, over the top though, had to jump for it and into touch. So we have Nick Beersworth and Reece Butler looking to come on. Stoppage in play now, so we'll have substitutions being made for both sides. So Tyson Diamond's been replaced by Reece Butler, and Liam Cooper for Nick Beerworth in 21. So a good solid effort put in by both those players today. Score here is 31 Old Collegian, 14 Brighton. Oh, unlucky Brighton getting up to contest for that, but knocked it through. So College taking the ball 10 metre line centre field. Quick ball switching back to the left. Smedley putting on some footwork. Shows and goes, cuts through the first one and still gets his kick away. Puts it in behind Paddy O'Donoghue and the ball dribbles into touch. Brighton line out. About 10 metres outside the 22, defending hard. So we have Sam Davison, the only starting player in that line-out. Ball slightly overthrown, cleaned up by Old Collegians. Sends it back to the blind side. Shows on the inside. Met in a double tackle by Heggie and Connor Fletcher. Quick ball available. Nick Bearworth in hard on that ball. Held up. Tackle called. Ball available. Sitting on his chest. Sends it back blindside. College making inches with each ball tap with a nice right foot step. Taking it into the 22. Out again for Smedley, who sends it wide. Double skip pass. Bounce ball and very untidy. A knock on both ways. So we'll have a Brighton scrum. Oh, College scrum. So Brighton defensive scrum. Old Coles feed to the scrum. 20 metres in from the touchline. Midway 22 and 10 metre line. Vayas Lapworth, only player out on the right hand side for College. Referee wants it reset. So referee Bret Hart comes around this side, has a word to Cropley and Timotei about correct scrummaging procedures. So scrum reset, ball about to come in. Solid scrum from both sides. We head blind. Halfback picks and goes. Number 11, Peck. Cleaned up by Bearsworth. Ball sitting there. Brighton trying to come through. A little knock on there. But the arm's out for an infringement by Brighton. So pick and goes from Old Coles. Muscling their way into the 22. Pick and go again. Slow ball. Going sideways, not making serious inroads at this stage, but that could change at any stage. Whistle goes from referee Hart, and a soccer dive there. And looks like we've got the AR coming on to have a word about what's had occurred. So with stoppage in play, as we're having a discussion about what's occurred, players still down. So looks like Justin Elder's still down. Oh, there's a bit of jersey pulling between the nets and Elders, but there was absolutely nothing in that. They already have the penalty, so the referee is continuing with play. So we're the injured players being substituted. Justin Elder being replaced by Darren Campbell in 23. And play to continue. 10 minutes left to play. So Smedley looking to put the ball into the corner for an attacking line out. Sends it deep. And it'll be an Old Collegians line out 5 metres short of the Brighton try line. Brighton will defend hard for this line out, hoping not to bleed any more points. Massive conversations being had by Old Collegians back, being directed by Rob Smedley, as always. So 6 in the line out for Old Coles, throwing into 2. Looking to drive it. That ball setting up top. Tom Annette spots that. Comes in, jumps on the ball. Arm goes out for a penalty. Ball comes out to Smedley. Switch and play. And not hearing the whistle. Boys are carrying on with it. Players coming in unnecessarily. So temper's starting to get a bit short here. So we're going back for an Old Coles penalty from the line out, and the referee is calling both captains out. So Mark Johnson and Noel Murtagh. I'm sure we'll be getting a dressing down from referee Brett Hart about keeping our composure. Let's play the game in a fair spirit. So we've got 8 minutes left on the clock. And it'll be Old Collegians for another penalty for dragging the player, or dragging them all down early from that line out. Tap and go. Ball stripped, and Annette's tackle a couple of metres out. So Brighton will look to make a few more metres through Sam Davison. Takes it out to the 5. Low ball from Redmond up to Fletcher, who's driven back in the tackle, high in his body contact. Slow ball again for Brighton. And we have a penalty for Brighton from that breakdown. So Taylor to exit, looks to go quickly, sends it, not finding touch, down to Davidson, 5 metres short of halfway, sends it infield to Smedley, who picked up finally by Reece Butler. Quick ball by Davidson out to Vayner, who dropped like he was sniped, passes off the ground, reset by Brighton. Josh Redmond up to Chad Bowker. Held up in the tackle. has a knee on the ground. Tackle called. Quick clean ball out to Jack Taylor, who chips the ball through. Whistle's gone. We've got 2 balls on the field now. So penalty for Brighton, unsure what that was for. Taylor sends it down to the 22. Brighton on attack, looking to go quickly with 6 minutes less to play on the clock. So Tominet's throwing into the line out. Be a 5-man Brighton line out. Quick ball straight into Heggie. Down to Josh Redmond. Oh, ball behind. Cleaned up by Taylor. Peels for a high tackle. Ball set. Josh out to Marco. Out to Dylan, who steps off the right. Comes back infield by 1. Slow ball again for Brighton. Josh Redmond digging in. Moving bodies. Michael Cropley taking ball. Hard line straight into a wall of red and blue. Ball available again, sending out to the right hand side. So untidy over the far side. Ball again. Murtagh taking the ball. Bearsworth on his shoulder. Quick clean ball sent wide by Redmond out to Taylor. Bit behind Bowker. Out to Marco. Sends a loopy pass up to Reece Butler, who finally reels it into the tackle. Met hard by 2 College players and into touch. But a long advantage being played by referee Hart. Brighton looking to go quickly. Ball bouncing around. Taylor with ball in hand, given to Captain Murtagh, who is looking to tap and go. Taps, sends it up to Cropley, who's fraction isolated. Connor Fletcher finally there over the top. College players slow to roll out of their breakdown. Brighton forwards, would be forwards ball here, looking to pick and go both ways. Looking for that white line, well, red line fever. Here it's Bailey Reserve. Pick and go again. Still a metre short. Looking for points in the second half, Brighton. Slow ball. Redmond out to Davidson, who dots it down over the line. Brighton looking to go quickly again. Taylor lining up, looking for a drop goal, sends it, and flags go up. So 21-31, Old Coles over Brighton. So Brighton running back to halfway, looking to go quickly. Old Collegians meandering back towards halfway. We're into the 68th minute of this game, so 2 minutes left on the clock. We don't play stoppages in third grade. So Hopkinson to restart, sends it deep, straight between the legs, between the arms and into the legs of Marcus Keenan, but will come back for a knock on. Old Collegians scrum. So College with a good field position for an attacking scrum. So scrum being set, 5 metres outside the 22. Clean ball out to Smedley. Had to reach behind for it. And 21. Fraser Mewison straight through, untouched, scores under the black dot to seal it. Seal it for Old Collegians. So conversion to come directly out in front. So Hopkinson's relinquished his kicking duties to Peck, who slots it through, and whistle goes for full time here at Bailey Reserve. Old Collegians victorious over Brighton, 38-21. So jubilation for College. Fans and players are rushing out on the field to congratulate their players. So Brighton shaking hands with the victorious Old Collegians as Rugby Union South Australia is setting up for presentations for this third grade final. Final score 38-21, Old Collegians over Brighton.